Hello and welcome. Today's video I'm going to be doing an updated endgame guide for getting into Grand Arena for the arena for Season 58. It is a little bit different from my last build that I had posted, which I will link as well in this video. But now with this new seasonal buff, Sargula is a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and go over my team and my layouts and such to showcase what I have and what it does. As you can see, I'm at 2,800 points right now, and I just had a 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 team that I had. So I am also going to say I do not have Rift equipment that will work for this. I technically do with this item. However, I haven't been building it because I haven't been lucky with getting the items, so you do not need Rift equipment in order to get this build. First things that's going to be the easiest is the altar, so 15 hero, 10 greed. Next, for the relics, you're going to want the Fear Devour for if you face Jinju teams, those go on for longer. Next up, you do need the spear if you are going to be facing another scope team in order for Sargula to reach there. If you do have a lot of Rift equipment, you could switch this with another relic, like a teleport, a mask, or crown, or log, or freeze. And then use the Rift equipment that has the plus range for Sargula for that. However, that you're really going to be banking on round 4, round 5, or maybe round 3 if you get lucky with items in order to be able to reach the back line. So to be safe, I'm just going to be using Spear. Then lastly, you do need the scope as well. So attack speed for all 3 of them, and you want Sargula with the most attack speed. Next up, I'm going to be going over the team itself. So Sargula is your main person that you need to level for this. There is 2 schools of thought for the relic. Not relic, sorry, legacy. Mirror for unbreakable will, so that way if you have at least T6 or higher, T7, T10 is the best, but T6, you get you stop taking damage at 50% health, and then you stop taking damage at 0 or 1% health. And it lasts for about 1.86 seconds for me right now that you become invincible. With Sargula, she does enough damage that 1.6 seconds should be able to clear what's on the board, both at the 50% mark and at the 1% mark. Now, with this mirror, it's only for the highest tiered hero that you have on the board. So if you have 2 Sargulas on the board, only one of them will get this effect. So that means the second school of thought for the legacies would be using the Endless Ferocity. This is Sargula's main legacy that is normally used for her, and it just increases damage by the defense that she has. So I've been using Mirror because I think it's a little bit better than the Endless Ferocity. It's also easier to build because you just have to focus on one Sargula. So I'm going to be going with Mirrors for this one. And then you just want Demise because you don't want to eat up your other heroes. Up next, the most important one is going to be Leoheart. Leoheart's going to have Ellipse or Alpis. So with this, it's just really the revive that you're going to need with him. So Leo's pretty tanky, so you want to have your steel set on with him, and then a barrier. You just really want to be there just to tank. I kind of wish I was got the skin earlier, but I wasn't into arena then. Going back to Sargula, you do need Moonlight with your most crit, physical crit damage and physical crit chance and attack speed. The higher the better, but the beginner set should work as well for this. So those are going to be your 2 main heroes that you're going to need, and the main 2 relics. Looney is a nice buff if you have her, which you should if you're going to be using this build, because Sacramentum is the best legacy in the game. But if you don't have it, it should be fine, because sometimes Looney dies within seconds. So Having Sacrament with High Guard also works for this. I'm not going to go too much into detail. And then just Astra, you want Moonlight set so that way she doesn't die right away. I put on the Great Central Sword, or Central Region's Great Sword, just in case she does hit an enemy, it exposes the weakness. Hirang, I've got the attack speed, Training Sword, Legacy, within the Moonlight set with the Frozen Sea. And then lastly, Nirath, but anytime I've built her, she hasn't really been able to get to her buffing stage, so I've stopped using her. So you could replace her with another tank if you have it, but I'm focusing just on the Leos, one Sargula, one Hirang tier 1, and then maybe one or two Lunars with this. So I'm going to go ahead and create my arena build now, and then we shall hopefully get a good form, and I will do a battle right afterwards, and let's see how it goes. Alright, so round 1, it's basically, again, prepare to lose. Okay, so don't be upset if you do lose. Very hard to get a good round 1 set because you have very little gold unless you got really lucky with double ups. So essentially what I did is if you get a double up with the tier 2 and then you can sell it for 4 gold, you should have 1 gold left over, which means that you can expand. And then from there, if you expand, if you get lucky after round 1 with an expand slot, it's worth 10 gold instead of 5 gold. Always accept the challenges. And what I'm doing in these runs now is I'm always taking the gold or the scrolls if I have it, or if I can complete a tier 2 item. So round 2, you want to get tier 5, tier 5 Sargula, which I really hope I can get. Almost thought I sold Sarg. I just need 1 more. Yeah, perfect. So this is a little unfortunate because now I only have 3 heroes on the board. But I do have that tier 5 Sargula, so I'll probably be losing some round 2s, which is okay. Not the best, but if you lose round 1, 2, and 3 and win round 4 and 5, you do win. Of course, it's a 33% chance that I miss. You do win the round, so it's okay. So in this case, the expand slot's worth 10 gold. The coins, it's only worth 5. And staffs mean nothing really to me, so of course I'll take the expand slot. So now essentially, with this build, you really only have 1 hero to focus on, which is the Sargula. So if I'm lucky and I get actually 4, 8, 10, I'd have to sell. Okay. What I'm going to do in this one is sell all this to put in Hirang for the freeze. But for this build, you do want to focus on getting Sargula to T7 and then just build a row of tanks. But I wasn't really lucky with any double ups with heroes, so I went with a more conservative route just to put in a digital hero. Let's do this. +1 range is good, +1 attack is really good. So I should be able to get a tier at least 6. Sarg to now. Well, that's even better. I'm just focusing on getting the Sargula. There we go. Double up. Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna pray for a red book or a medal, because I want to expand. Put another Leo up. I'm hoping right now I'm going for a wall of Leos. And I don't know why I sold that Leo. Oh, whatever. Okay. So round 4. And now round 5. Metal, nope, did not connect. Armor, well, I can't tell what that is because my camera picture is in the way. Looks like armor. Let's get rid of the sword. Actually, now I know I said you don't need rift equipment, but in this case it just worked out for me. So right now, essentially what I'm going to be working on is, unless I get really lucky with some double ups to get tier 4, another tier 4 Sargula, I'm actually just going to keep, so I get T6. Let's replace that. Let's replace this. But I'm going to hope for, probably won't get it if I'm going to be doing for the T7. Let's do this. Maybe if I get lucky. Okay. Here's the game plan. I'm going to try to go for another tier 4 Sargula. If I get it, great. I get my tier 7. And then if not, I'm going to go for another Leo on the board. But it seems like I only have one away. There we go. So I'm going to... Now that's 4, 8, 10. No, do I have 4, 8, 12, 14, 16. Okay, let's do 16, expand. Then I'm just going to roll this out for hopefully a perfect. And then I'll go for, there we go. Okay, so game plan was Sargula tier 7, which I got. Cost a little bit to get it. I've got a Looney to buff, which is fine. Then I've got my wall of Leos, so I got 5 of them. And I got 1 Hirang for stunning. And then I got my Astra for the Mighty Blocks. So hopefully this works out. I know I didn't really talk too much through the theory, but you essentially want this as your endgame. Do I want to replace? Spell, crit chance, nope, I won't replace. So there's going to be a few of these builds with a wall of Leos. So if you do have the extra equipment like this, I'm putting it on my Leo. In order to, that way, if it goes down to a Leo versus Leo, which it has come down to a few times, hopefully my Leo will be a little bit stronger and be able to win. So, recapping, you want a tier 7 Sargula, at least 1. If you get 2 and you're using mirror, then it doesn't really matter for the second one because it doesn't get the mirror effect. If you have Looney with the Sacrament, 1 Looney with her. 1 Looney at least to buff. You want at least one tier 1 Ashtar and a tier 1 Harang, and then the rest of your economy will go into Leos. More Leos you have, the better, because with Sarglas and the Revat will attack the Leos first, because they don't have the Moonlight, they'll just have Steel set. And then with the Alpus, the revives will just keep going with her, or with him. So I'm going to go ahead and select a person to attack, so showcase this build. Alright, so since I'm in King God, you get 2 question marks now, 2 randoms, and a third. So I'm not going to be attacking with the third one because he's got a mighty big wallet and has the new legacy. So I'm going to be attacking Soldier because I've attacked him a few times before and have defeated him. So hopefully this works out again for us. So again, as you can see, round 1, he's got all tier 1 items, or tier 1 heroes, and he's done that extra 4 golds to sell in order to get that 4th slot. So we're going to go ahead and adjust, so that way he's in... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and adjust like this. So the reason why I adjusted to the scope is for the additional mighty block, and then just to make sure the Leo stayed put. He's got Moonlight, right? Oh, Adamant, okay. So as you can see with Mirror, it stopped at the 50% and then also stopped at the 1% health, so that way I was able to then clear out the rest. So since Soldier's running EV, he's got the 2 Sargulos, but since I'm running the Mirror, I'm only using the 1, so let's see how this one plays out. Hirang is there to freeze the Mirror and the tank. I'm now 50% health, 1%, so now we're getting into the lovely Leo versus Leo. We are both with the Alpus, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and come back when it's finished. So just checking in, we've done 1 life so far of the Leo. This also feels like it's a red versus blue flag on who's going to win. 1 tier 3 Leo versus 2 Leos, 1 tier 2, 1 tier 1. Just look at my stats while we're killing time. Physical defense is 2341, where his is probably better, but 18, oh no, 1812, so he's just got a basic adamant set then on, where I've made sure my steel set is very physical damage protection. So he has killed 1 of my Leos now, and I killed both. Perfect. So that's 3 rounds in a row, so here's where your math comes into play. So even though I round 1, round 2, round 3, it's only 45 points, where if he wins round 4 and round 5, that would be 55 points, so then I'd be a minus 10. So this is where I was saying you could risk to only have a really good round 4 and round 5, and you'd still win the match. So Soldier's idea, instead of a wall of Leos, he kind of does already. He's got a lot more than me. He's better economy than me. But he went with also a lot more lunaires, so for the buffing and mighty blocks and such, so, or the shields. So let's hope my strategy is a little bit better. I'll just space out my Leos a bit and hope for the best. Looks like he's got the defense shield. So yeah, he won round 4. I really hope this works, because or else this video is going to be a little awkward. I'm telling you what to do and can't even do it myself. So this is where my wall Leos hopefully are going to win out. He does have a rift item, really good split. But I've got my +2 attack, so hopefully this goes well. And it looks like it has. My wall Leo's won out. And we're back to Leo versus Leo. And as I was saying in my forming, I put items now on Leo for this situation. So it's going to be a little funny when I show Soldier this video, but this is where you can see having little items and extra on your Leo for the extra is going to be beneficial if you do run into the situation. So this is my new build, or not really my new build, but the variation of the Sargula build for this Season 58 arena run. Hopefully it works out for the rest of you. Feel free to leave any comments down below, and I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. Thanks, please like and subscribe and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.